Hello everyone, welcome to DIADEMY IAS. So today we have a webinar on polity, right? So before that, yeah. So first of all, welcome to DIADEMY IAS friends. Let's begin our webinar for today's discussion. It's Indian polity and governance, right friend? And I have shared my Telegram channel link as well as website link, right? So 1 minute. So first of all, please enter your name, whoever has joined so far, so that we come to know that who all are our participant, right? And already I shared my link of our Telegram channel to all of you, right? And so that you can fill our form as well. Okay, friends. So friends, it's about me, myself, Vinit Kumar Sharma, and I have a rich experience in civil service exam. I have appeared 5 times mains, 2 times interview, and with my UPSC journey, I have come through a lot of diverse aspects. So, especially in polity and governance, since my optional was public administration, so a very good insight in that. And so, apart from that, I have a rich teaching experience, right? And based on my experience, I will help you to how to easily handle this polity section, right? And before going forward, let's briefly what we are going to discuss in this webinar. So first we will discuss about DIADEMY IAS, right friends? Then we will understand what UPSC demands, since many of you may know and may not be know that UPSC has some demand from aspirants, because since you will going to be a district head, a police superintendent, or in any department or any organization, you will have to heading those key positions. So there is certain demand which UPSC demands from you. So it reflect through your question paper. So we will discuss those aspects, that what UPSC demands in, especially in polity, since we are discussing about polity, right? We will see that those parts. Then we will see how we will approach prelims 2021. Okay friends, right? Then yeah friends, I am sharing, this is our just right now in chat box I have shared this our Telegram channel link. Okay friends, and for form also, just give me 1 minute. This is our form. I will again copy paste it here, so that those who have joined right now, please fill this form so that we can see. Okay friends, and just 1 minute. I'm sharing this link so that those who have just came, right, so that they can also. So already I've shared my link, you can see it, http. I just type it again, https, right? There is some issue in sharing, right? So homes.gle, right, slash, so SPA 9JOWN 19QH7 DUH8. Okay, So friend, this is a link of our form so that you can join. Okay, you can fill this form. Okay, so just let's move forward. Okay, so we will see how we will approach prelims 2021. Okay, then sources. So ultimately we should know that what are the precise sources, because already in market there are so many things which confuse us that what to follow and what not to follow. So I will tell you so that you can easily go through those things, right? Then this is our early initiatives at Diademy. We have a Margdarshan for UPSC IAS 2021-22. So here we have already taken few seminars earlier also. These are free. You can go through our website. You can available these webinars, right? So we have GS economy strategy there, current affairs strategy, GS mains booster, answer writing enrichment strategy, essay writing strategy, international IR, very important topic for UPSC. Then NCRT, very foundation and your basics lies on them. Prelims MCQ. So these are already there at our website. Just go through our website, right? At our YouTube channel as well. You will get link in chat box. So you can go through those initiatives. Already they are running, and in free resources, there are some free resources. You can gauge our quality, right? Already so many students have benefited so far, and upcoming webinars are there. I will tell you later on. Also, there are other initiatives which are in coming weeks, will be there in pipeline. Okay, these are recent webinars. So next we move forward. So this is, I am just giving you an update that on 22nd December at 7 p.m. we have another webinar which is free for all of you. It is for GS mains strategy, how to prepare GS mains, a very important webinar for your career point of view for the UPSC exam. Please watch this webinar. It will really help you, and one of our very dedicated faculty will take it, right? Then there is another webinar which is on 27th of December 2 p.m. It is about mastering modern history. So again, very important topic for your UPSC exam. So please mark your date and time for upcoming these webinars. Then our upcoming webinars will deal also how to solve prelims MCQ, last 5 years prelims question analysis, which is very important. We will see, because in this webinar also, that what are the importance of analysis. It gives an idea that where we have to head, it gives us direction, right? Then how to prepare mains current affairs, very important again, because these days the kind of questions UPSC is asking is very dynamic and quite unpredictable. But with right guidance, proper direction, you can reach in that way. You can head towards your goal with ease. Then mains 2020 detailed paper analysis at Diademy. This is our priority, that you people have thorough analysis, thorough understanding, because in Diademy, what is the crux in Diademy? This is our, I'm just telling about Diademy, that what our idea in Diademy. Why Diademy? Because already there are so many institutions in the market, and many of you may have joined or may not be joined those, but you have some idea. In Diademy, as the name suggests, it's about crown. If you go to the pure meaning of Diademy, that it is about crowning you with some success, something bigger. So literally we mean it, because at Diademy, we as a faculty, we as a team member try to ensure that when you comes to us, it's our first and foremost priority that build a trust with you, because without trust, I do not think that anything can be remain longer, because with trust we develop a bond which will be there. And UPSC, since a long journey, it demands a bond which is intact. And in Diademy, we as a faculty have a rich experience, since many of us have gone through this journey earlier. Many of us has given interviews, have appeared so many times in mains, right? We have some ex bureaucrat also. So we have a large pool of faculty which is quite diverse at DIADEMY, and we are quite open to the student, because in many students it happens that you may not get that facility to interact with faculty, to interact. Many of times your doubt may not be solved. It happened in our time as well. But in DIADEMY, faculty is very open, the management is very open, to be frank. And it's nothing like, it's whatever I'm speaking so far, it's true to my words. And we know that what actually you need. So our programs, our material, it's already so designed in such a manner that your time can be saved, you can focus your energy, and you can easily crack this exam with while learning, because should not be bore. Your lecture should not be boring. It should be a fun, because it's a learning experience. At the same time, we ensure that no important concept has left out. So it's a mix of various inputs. So that makes us different, because we continuously upgrading ourselves, we continuously evolving new strategy, because UPSC is a dynamic. So our study pattern should also be dynamic, because we have to align ourselves with UPSC demand. So this is what our core strength, our main focus, and our main aim, right? So let's move forward. So this is a basic credential, right? So you can see that more than 30,000 plus students impacted so far, and this is a huge number given a time span. 50 plus toppers. It's not a small deal. It's a big feat from our perspective, and soon you people can join this league. And we are here to ensure that you people join this league, and our number will keep on growing from 50 plus to 500 plus, then 500, 5,000 plus, and so on. We want you to join this club as early as possible. Then we already have 15 plus active courses. Just in the beginning, I told you that many programs are going on, and coming weeks, in coming month, days, more lectures are coming, more active courses are coming. So I will tell you that please avail those things, because already for 2021 there is not much time. So don't waste your time to just think about it, because uh, UPSC is very time taking activity as well. So just go through our website again. I am telling you that link has already been provided in text box, in text message. So you can go through them. You just go to our website, you can visit our Telegram channel. So you just can sense the quality. It gives you an idea, it gives a glimpse, because it is enough to give you a glimpse, because these 30,000 people and 50 plus toppers are our own, shows our hard work which we have done in these past few months and years. Okay, so let's. So these are a few toppers. These are just few. List is so long, since we cannot accommodate everyone here. But these are our toppers. You can say AR 30 is there, AR 42, AR 15, which is such a good rank. So it makes DIADEMY a unique institute. You can see a very good rank that is short span of time. Institutes take years to give one topper, and you can see that we have given 50 plus toppers. So it is not a small feat, it is a big deal, and that in UPSC exam. Then you have this again our toppers. So we have added, right? Okay. So now come to our main topic, that is polity. So from here, I will now next 30 to 35 minutes, I will discuss polity from prelims point of view, for UPSC point of view, right? What all we need to do, as we have seen in our first slide, what was our approach, what is to be our approach, right? So basically, this is about past 18 years, because since UPSC syllabus has changed, the approach of UPSC has also get changed, right? Because we are living in an era of dynamism already. So many changes in the technology, so obviously administration, it also need to be changed. So as to polity, you can see yourself, our PM Modi, how high tech he has become. So in that sense, we have taken last 8 years. So you can see here, right, that In 2013, there were 18 questions from polity, quite a big number. Because if you see in last few years, out of 100, 50 to 60 question comes from static part. Sometimes it comes down to 50 also. So 50 from static portion, that is core subject, polity, history, economy, geography, right, environment, okay, and 50 from contemporary, current affairs, and any dynamics or miscellaneous part. So from that point of view, if you see out of 50 or 55 questions, if 18 questions are coming from one particular subject, it shows a lot of importance, and not just in prelims, also in mains also. Then in 2014, 11 questions were there, 2016, 6 questions were there, 2017, 22 questions were there. So see the jump. Anytime UPSC can ask any number of questions, there is no limit on this. Then 13 questions in 2013, then UPSC maintained it's again 13 in 2019. Then this year 2020 it was 15 questions, so then again an increase. So if you see an average, so roughly around 13 to 50 questions are there out of 50 and 60. Why I'm saying out of 50 and 60? Because rest other questions are from current perspective, miscellaneous dimension. But as a core subject, it is a quite weightage. Polity has a very good weightage, and is very uh, important for your other stage as well, like mains as well as essay. Even in interview also, many questions can be put up from polity background. Then this is topic wise breakup of this year exam. So parliamentary system. So in parliamentary system, basically there is legislature, state legislature, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, right? What members of these MPs, MLAs, right? Then leader of the house, leader of opposition also. Then your presiding officer, that is speaker of Lok Sabha, right? Vice president, that is chairman of Rajya Sabha. Similarly, there is speaker of legislative assembly. So all those comes under parliamentary system. We will see, and it is also part of federalism. So this year 2 questions were there. Then 3 questions were there from this abstract political science or constitutional democracy. What I mean to say here, abstract and political science, basically you may have seen past year paper, then you have come through some topics which are, you cannot say purely factual, you cannot say purely subjective, but it requires certain kind of approach, right? Like, what do you mean by rule of law? What do you mean by liberty? What is equality of society? Means they require kind of brainstorming. Means UPSC checks your ability to go one extra mile, because when something indirect comes, means it needs your application of concept. So that comes in political science, because in political science it is basically application of theory. So that's is the mean here, right? It is not directly given in any topic, but you have to apply your concept. Then important amendment and act. This year one question was there, right? Important amendment and acts. So there we have, many amendments, right? 42nd amendment, 44th amendment, 73rd, 74th. So already they are there. 91st Amendment Act, then 101st Amendment of GST. So important amendments question can be asked, right? Then act also, there are various act we will see. Then this year preamble, this is one of the core topic and one of the interesting as well, which set the tone of our polity preparation, right? So here you can see in preamble we have covered topics different. Preamble, fundamental rights, DPSP, fundamental duties. So basically 6 questions were from this segment. So you can see first few chapters of your polity, if you see any book, so basically first few chapters deal with this particular portion. So 6 questions this year shows you the weightage, right? In next slide I will tell you how this comes, and over the years how it becomes important. I have developed another analysis. Then contemporary, there are 3 questions. So when I say contemporary, basically it is not current affairs. Current affairs is basically we consider for 1 to 1.5 year, but in contemporary we consider something which was in news for past 4 to 5 years or something before that. Means UPSC nowadays has a habit and trend that they're asking question from some those news or issues which were there in news few years back. So some linkage was there, because current affairs har koi pad raha hai, everybody is reading current affairs, but UPSC also judging your understanding, your awareness, that whether you have started reading the Hindu or any newspaper just before the preparation, or as an aware citizen, you are reading or you are aware of those issues and events before preparation also. Because if as a responsible citizen, you should have what happening in your surroundings. So that is the uh, um, reason why UPSC is asking such questions, right? The basic idea is this. Then, based on our analysis, these are favorite areas of UPSC. You can see preamble, fundamental rights, DPSP, and fundamental duties, a very interesting, very foundation topics. Then parliament and state legislature, as I showed this year also, questions were there. Then executive, union and state. When we say executive, it means president, vice president, governor, your council of minister, attorney general, right? Okay, so these are executives. Ministers are also coming in this category. So we will see when we will deal in our this uh, session of polity lecture when we see in detail. But here is a brief idea. Then Indian judicial system. Again, when we say Indian judicial system, it's a broad topic. In judicial system, we have hierarchy of judiciary. At the top, there is Supreme Court. Then there is High Court. Then there is lower judiciary. And after that, there are ADR. What is ADR? What is alternative dispute resolution? So that is also common in judicial. Then your police system also part of judicial system, because police is also. Then your jail, prison reforms. Many of times you have come across this news that prison reforms should be there. Malimat committee is there. So we will see those things when we have lecture on these things, right? So all the issues related to judicial system, pending of cases and all that. Then emergency provisions, that what are emergency provisions under the constitution, because again this is a very important topic, because already it comes again and again. So we have president rule under it, we have national emergency, we have financial emergency. We will see different aspect of those topics. Then schedules and amendment, right? Important schedules are there which frequently asked by UPSC in 1 year or the another, in mains also, right? Similarly, amendments, every year you can expect one question either in prelims or in mains, basically. So amendments are also important. Then elections, since we are a democracy, election plays a very important. So all those things which are connected directly or indirectly to elections, we will see. Because this year also UPSC has asked one question of representation of people act 1951, although it is not clearly mentioned in any book in prelims, but it is asked by UPSC because it expects, because RPA comes in news in one way or the another way. So so from current affairs you can link it, or from election you can link it, because election commission draws many of its power through RPA 1951. So we will see those provisions. So this year there was a question, many institutes do not teach them, but we have covered earlier also. Then PRIs, Panchayati Raj institutions, basically third tier of government, right? So 73rd, 74th Amendment gives constitutional backing to PRIs. And for participation of governance, so what we are doing today, empowerment of citizen, and PRI is playing a very important role for grassroots democracy. At grassroots level, people can participate in governance. So basic idea of PRI is that. So UPSC is asking subjective type question, factual type of question. There were questions earlier also on PISA, right? Panchayat extension in scheduled areas. That question about PRI's various provisions, constitution also, right? State Finance Commission, State Election Commission are again part of these amendments. So then political science abstract type, as I told you earlier in previous pie chart, we have seen, right, that how UPSC is framing question nowadays, right? So because so far what we have seen, these topics were there in books or somewhere in, but in this abstract type question which are linked to political theory, you have no idea that what UPSC may ask. But what you can do is, based on your clarity of fundamentals concept, you can see the spirit. You see, preamble is about spirit of our constitution. Similarly, political science questions, abstract type questions are based on spirit, whatever you have read so far, our political system and this. So we will see those things also when we will discuss those topics. Then important acts, again, like Fundamental Right Act, FRA is there, Forest Right Act, sorry, Forest Right Act 2006 is there. Then you have RTI Act, very important act, which is there in news one day or the another. Then you have SC/ST Act, Civil Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Atrocities Act. So various important acts. Then Consumer Right Protection Act, because these are certain acts which UPSC expect from you as a aware citizen, and especially since you are preparing for civil service as an aspirant, you should know that what are all important acts which have direct and indirect implication on our fundamental rights, our privileges, right? So Consumer Right Act indirectly have bearing on our rights. Then there are certain acts which deal with our fundamental duties. Then there are certain acts like MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It is regarding your DPSP implementation. So UPSC, it is related to your fundamental topics like DPSU fundamental rights, as well as your understanding also. Somewhere they are then used in current affairs, because if you see GST, again it is an important act. It has become important at GST. It is there in news. So any act, whether direct tax code, it is from any dimension, whether it is economical, social, cultural, political, any dimension, but it is a part of your polity part, any act. So we will see, we will prepare those list of those act, right? Then miscellaneous. Under miscellaneous, any topic which is out of these so far given crux topics, that comes under miscellaneous. It covers your current affairs also, right? In miscellaneous, you may have any topic which may not come here, may like something related to disaster management. It may come because again, or any relation like central federalism part, any question on government organization, like suppose some question may be asked on cabinet secretary, so that becomes part of your governance, so it comes in miscellaneous. So anything which is out of these topics, we will cover them in miscellaneous. So they are again separate topics, right? Then another analysis which I have presented here, it is about UPSC trend of last 4 years, right? So you can see in 2017 there were 8 questions from preamble, fundamental right, DPSP, and fundamental duties. So you can see it's a huge number. Then in 2018, 2 questions were there from preamble, fundamental right, DPSP, fundamental duties. Then in 2019, again 4 questions. Then in 2018, 6 questions. So you can see UPSC is consistently asking this question from this area, that is 8241. So this has become very important topic for a prelims perspective, and also it is also there in mains also. So in both way it will help you. So very important topic. And basically this particular topics are, and you show your understanding. There may be some subjective question can be asked, and the words, the keywords are very important in this period. And text, what matters in DPSP and fundamental duties, text, because in earlier paper, previous year paper, UPSC used those text, and it played with those texts to confuse students and aspirants between DPSP and fundamental duties, right? Suppose, for example, protection of environment is there in DPSP as well as duty. So with playing those words, UPSC will try to confuse you. So if suppose 2 is added, it is which of the following statement is correct, and if it says this is our duty to protect, then when it's add 2 word, so it should give us indication that whenever 2 is attached as a prefix to any statement, it signals to fundamental duty. But if you simply say protection of environment or protection of wildlife, then and no prefix is there, it means that it is direct into state and it is part of DPSP. So this is the idea behind telling you this, is that although questions are coming from this particular area, but UPSC has become very smart in recent few years. Some questions are direct, some questions are indirect. So when we will discuss, when we teach, I will teach you those things. I will tell you how smartly UPSC plays those, and that is what UPSC wants, and it shows your clarity. Then federalism and legislature, 5 questions 2017, 2 questions from in 2018, 2 questions in 2019, again 2 questions 20. So you can see there is a kind of consistency, 5 2 2 2 in federalism and legislature. So sometimes question asked from Lok Sabha, sometime from state legislature, sometime speaker of Lok Sabha or chairman of Rajya Sabha. So in this way, then any motion, because in our parliament and in our legislature there are various processes, so we will see what are those processes and what are the areas from which question can be framed, like motion of no confidence or confidence, right? Again, UPSC played cleverly with words. Then executive, again you can see two questions in 2017, two in 2018, one in 19 and one in 20. So again, 1 2 questions are there. So again, you have to cover this part. Then judiciary, then one question was there in 2018, no question was there. Indirectly was there, not directly. And in 2019, again, direct questions were there from judicial area, two were there. In 2020, there is no question, although indirectly, because one thing I want to tell you, in polity, some questions UPSC framed in such a manner, because UPSC asked a statement type question. So in statement type question, in statement 1, if suppose it is covering parliament, in statement 2 it will cover governor or maybe president, and in statement 3 it may add any clause related to judiciary election commission. So in this way, in single question, UPSC is covering so many dimensions. So ultimately, there is no watertight compartment to compartmentalize these questions, although I tried my best to give you an idea, but still there are so many questions which you keep here and there. Okay, then election related question. So you can see in 2017 that 4 questions were there from election related areas. Some were election commission, some were disqualification, some were related to right to vote and all. Then in 2018, one question was there. 2019, since I have no question, there was no direct question. Similarly in 20, but again, as I said, application will be there, right? Then emergency amendment. In 2017, no question was there. In 2018, 2 questions were there from emergency and important amendments. In 2019, 3 questions were there. This year also 1 question was there, right? So as I said, that question will be there in one form or the another. Then political science abstract questions. So again, theme based question like law versus morality, or what is liberty, right? Then what is your right to social equality, what do you mean by? So again, theme based question and quite subjective in nature. Democracy, so what do you mean by democracy? So different person will have different interpretation, but we have to focus on nearly, which is correct. I have one question, I will show you how. Then another analysis, this is over another comparison of this year question, right? Then previous year questions. So you can see this year there was question on NALSA, National Legal Service Act, and Aadhaar, right? So this year these 2 questions were asked, and both were in news earlier also, this year also, right? So you can categorize them as current part as well as contemporary part. So same question in 2013 was also asked about NALSA, free legal aid. So you can see in 2013 question was asked about National Legal Service Authority. This year also question asked about National Legal Service Authority. So it's a kind of repetition, although dimensions were large. Then in 2018 there was a question on Aadhaar. If many of you have seen 2018 question paper, there was a question on Aadhaar, right? This year also question was based on Aadhaar, but in greater depth. So obviously UPSC will not repeat same question, although it happened in 2015. That same question was asked, Buddha question. If you any of one of you seen, options were also same and question also same. It was happened in 2015, but generally we can have a clue from previous year paper. So these 2 questions were there. Then this year many questions asked from DPSP. Earlier also, as we have seen previous analysis of past 4 years, many questions came from DPSP directly or indirectly. Again, very important topic. So this year also, so nothing new. So here what we are trying to see is trend of UPSC. That earlier also they asked question from some domain. This year also they are asking some question from same domain, although some changes are there, either in structure or some addition or some subtraction. It will be there. They cannot ask same question, but it will check your core area. So you can just see the DPSPs are important. Again, political science question, subjective type. Constitutional government, this year question is there. What is constitutional government? Objective of bureaucracy. So you see these are such topics which you may not read directly, either through book or through any source. But UPSC is asked because it is there in your surrounding. You directly or indirectly interact with bureaucracy. So from that point of view, and we have seen their lateral entry, there were an option of lateral entry. Government introduced a lateral entry at joint secretary level in few departments. So from that also you can get a clue that there are various times you come across newspaper editorial articles that there is a need for reform in civil service reforms. So again, you can link from that. So many of I gave idea to many of my students earlier that this question may ask, and this year it has come. So we sensed it at our diademy also. In our diademy, we discussed this our students earlier that a question may ask on bureaucracy, and this year it asked. So based on our experience, we have predicted it, right? So previously also there were questions on virtues of democracy, implication of inequalities, then rule of law. Again, these are subjective questions and it checks your understanding. And UPSC frames question so options so closely, then every question looks very accurate or appropriate. But you have to see the most accurate one. We will see. I have prepared few questions from previous years. Then basic structure, again very important. Basic structure question was there this year. Minister question, minister eligibility. If you have seen this year paper, there was a question on eligibility of minister. So you can link it to your parliament part. Then judicial review, there was question this year. Then in one of the options they said that there is no minimum day of parliament. So UPSC can frame any blunt option, and they will check your confidence also, because they will check your common sense also, because everything you cannot read. So we have discussed these things in our earlier classes. This year also we will discuss these things to check your understanding, check your ability to link those things, because you cannot read everything, but based on your common sense and judgment you can do. And I will tell you how you can crack such type of question which come out of box, right, or which you may not have read. Then earlier also question were asked on parliament, judiciary, election, executive, PRIs. So trend is continued. So basically you can see that if we closely analyze previous year papers and this year paper, then you can find a link. The idea behind this slide was to show you a link, and this is what we have done at Diademy very easily and very clearly. We told our students. Then here let's see few questions so that whatever we have discussed so far we can appreciate it. So in this year was question as on preamble. So the preamble to the Constitution of India is a part of the Constitution but has no legal effect, not a part of the Constitution and has no legal effect either, a part of the Constitution and has the same legal effect as any other part, a part of the Constitution but has no legal effect independently of other parts. So you can see in this preamble question, UPSC has framed all these four options very closely. So in this, if you know about preamble, we know about from Keshav Bharti case that it is part of the Constitution. Supreme Court in 1973 decided that this is preamble is part of the Constitution, and it ended the debate which was started in A.K. Gopalan case, right? So I will tell in these cases when we will discuss our classroom program. So I'm just giving you an idea. So a part of Constitution but has no legal effect. So this is somewhat right, but you can eliminate option B and C because option B says not a part of the Constitution. So very clearly you can rule out it. Then option C, a part of the Constitution has the same legal effect. So if you look at this thing, so in this thing, if a part of the Constitution is there, so the option says a part of the Constitution but has no legal effect independently of other parts, right? So what there is similarity between A and D. A also says a part of the Constitution but has no legal effect. D says a part of the Constitution but has no legal effect independently of other part. So you can see one thing, A and D 80% are similar, 80%, but when this particular portion is added independently of others. When this particular portion is added independently of others, right, it changes the context, right? It has no legal effect independent of. So this is the correct option. So even in options, if somebody mark option A, right, then what happens? It will give you a wrong impression, because option D is holistic. It covers wider dimension. Well, even in Supreme Court judgment also, Supreme Court used preamble in relation with other part. Whenever Supreme Court interpret fundamental rights, suppose DPSP or any part of the constitution, it takes the help of preamble. So in this way, your part D is correct, right? Then, which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates protection against untouchability as a form of discrimination? One thing I want to tell you, friends, that if you have any query, any doubt, you can just put your query in comment section. At the end of the session, I will address them. Any doubt, anything, I will address those queries. So you just put in comment section and I will discuss them at the end of the session. Okay, so you can drop it in comment section, and please fill the form. Already its links has been given to you in our chat box and comment section also, so that you can join our Telegram channel, so you can avail what all initiatives are going on, so that you can enrich your preparation, right? You can visit our website also, right, so that you can have go through a previous webinars, upcoming webinars, what are free resources available, because we have prepared a very good material so that you can enrich your preparation, right? So you can have an idea of what DIADEMY is doing, right? Let's move on. So which one of the following categories of fundamental rights incorporates protection against untouchability as a form of discrimination? Again, this question was asked this year. So 4 options: right against exploitation, right to freedom, right to constitutional remedies, right to equality. So it's a theoretical question, factual question. You know, untouchability is a kind of discrimination, right? It is kind of disability. So under fundamental right, under FR article number 17. So right to equality is right answer. So it's a simple one. If you are understanding, you can easily mark it. And then next question: in India, separation of judiciary from the executive is enjoined by. Again, this is a factual as well as theoretical. If you look at the type of question, this theoretical nature. So if you have good understanding of DPSP, right? So in DPSP, there is clear mention. In India, there is separation of judiciary from executive is enjoined by, right? So Article 49 is already there, which says that there should be separation of judiciary from executive, right? So it is there in directive principle of state policy. Again, factual question, simple one. So you can see questions are there from fundamental right, from DPSP, from preamble. So trend continued. The idea behind putting these questions here is to show you the continuity of questions from previous year to this year. Again, probability is there that in 2021 also question will be there, but we have to see what kind of question may come. Then, which part of Constitution of India declares the ideal of welfare state? Again, in FR, there are provisions which helps to get a welfare state, but part of the Constitution declares it is DPSP, because there are Article 39A, 39, right, 38 also. So when you read those texts, it clearly says that to establish a social order which provides justice, social, economic, political. So if you look at that particular article, it clearly says the state should strive to set a social order which is social, political, economical, right? Just, we should be just in. No? So the idea is that who declares? DPSP clearly declares. Although welfare estate अगर पूछा जाए, तो its elements are there in fundamental right also, in DPSP also, in fundamental duty also, as well as in other part of the constitution, like Article 330, right, which provides reservation for SC, right? Then 330A is there. It provides reservation 339. So what is there? It is for welfare state, right? So if tomorrow in 2021 any question comes, suppose a subjective question comes that the idea of welfare is present in, and there are three statements: fundamental right, DPSP, your fundamental duties, or any other provision, then all three are correct. In that case, you have to see the design of the question. So this is how, based on my experience, I have told you that how a future question can be framed. And in our test series also we ask such things, right? So in our classroom also, we, when we discuss, we try to touch as many as areas which are possible. Then consider the following statements. The Constitution of India defines its basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights, and democracy. The Constitution of India provides for judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideas of on which the Constitution is based. See, what first statement says, the Constitution of India defines its basic structure. So who defines basic structure? It is the judiciary. We have seen a Keshavanand Bharti case. So it was in Keshavanand Bharti case. So it is the creation of what? It is a creation of Indian judiciary, not constitution. So the question becomes wrong. This first statement becomes wrong. But what happens? Students do. Students in their hurry mark first also correct. But the correct statement is only two. Yes, Constitution provides judicial review. How it provides? It provides through your Article 13, Article 32. Okay. So this is this thing. Then your another question is, consider the following statements. The President of India can summon a session of Parliament at such place as she thinks fit. Okay. Then the Constitution of India provides for 3 sessions of the Parliament in a year, but it is not mandatory to conduct all 3 sessions. There is no minimum number of days that the Parliament is required to meet in a year. So you can see, again, as I discussed earlier, when you see what like no minimum number of years, nothing is mentioned in our Parliament that minimum number of days should be there. So this statement becomes wrong. You come to question number 2. The Constitution of India provides all 3 sessions of Parliament. It is wrong. Minimum 2 sessions. 2 sessions should be there. There should not be gap of 6 months. So at least 2 sessions are there. 3, we have monsoon, but that is as a convention, not constitution. So 2 and 3 becomes wrong. 1 is correct. So it is theoretical and factual. Then Rajya Sabha is equal power with Lok Sabha. So it is parts of our Parliament. So VC option. The matter of creating new All India services, no, it is the power of Rajya Sabha under Article 312, 311, right? Then amending the Constitution, yes, under Article 368, this power is there. Then the removal of the government, okay. Again, our Council of Ministers is responsible to whom? Lok Sabha. Again, it is a basic thing. Then making cut motion, again, it is the power of Lok Sabha. So you can see option number B is correct. Then consider the following statement. According to the Constitution of India, a person who is eligible to vote can be made a minister in a state for 6 months, even if he or she is not a member of that state, right? So you can see it's the correct answer. You can see if a person is not a member also, up to 6 months he can. So it's a direct statement question. It is there in Constitution. According to Representation of People Act. So you see, now RP has come. It is there in your main syllabus, but it is being asked in prelims also. So a person convicted of a criminal offense and sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years is permanently disqualified from contesting an election even after his release from prison. So what wrong with this statement is, it says imprisonment for 5 years is permanently disqualified. So this is extreme statement. He is not permanently disqualified. He is disqualified only for 6 years. After then he can contest again. So only student 1 is correct. Again, it is contemporary because many times this news comes regarding criminalization of politics. Many Bahubali have joined politics in that say. So it is a bit analytical. Then in India, legal service authorities provided free legal service to which of the following type of citizens? Then it is a purely knowledge-based question. Person with annual income of less than 1,000, transgender with an annual income of less than 2,000, member of OBC with an annual income of less than 3,000, all senior citizens. So see, when what come all, you ruled out it. Option 4 is eliminated. Then 3 OBC, no such provision is there. 1 and 2 is there because transgender are vulnerable section, person with less income. basic idea of legal service authorities, that those who are poor, unprivileged. So option 1 and 2 is correct. Then consider the following statement. As I discussed earlier, that this year question was on Aadhaar, and in 2018 also this was asked. So bit more in detail. So it was Aadhaar metadata cannot be stored for more than 3 months. A state cannot enter into any contract with private corporation for sharing of Aadhaar data, right? Then state is mandatory for obtaining insurance. Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance product. Aadhaar is mandatory for getting benefit funded out of Constitution Fund of India, right? So see, you can eliminate option 3. Aadhaar is mandatory for obtaining insurance product. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It is not mandatory. Supreme Court said in its judgment. So where there is option 3, you can eliminate. So C and D is ruled out. Then you are remain with 2 options, A and B, right? Then A says Aadhaar metadata cannot be stored for more than 3 months. So this is wrong. If you have read about Aadhaar Amendment Act, then it can be stored for 6 months. So again, this is wrong. So 1 is wrong, 3 is wrong. Then what is the right answer is B, 2 and 4, right? Then let's see 2019 questions. Under which schedule of the Constitution of India can transfer of tribal land to private parties for mining be declared null and void? So see, this question has 2 keywords, tribal land as well as which schedule. So I just put this question here to show you the question has been asked on schedule also, on vulnerable section also. So tribal rights. So it is under 5th schedule, right? You know, 3rd schedule is about what? 9th schedule is about some act which cannot be reviewed by judiciary, to kept out or reach from judiciary. 3rd schedule, right? You know, in Rajya Sabha, seats in Rajya Sabha, okay. And 4th schedule, okay. Consider the following statement. As per recent statement of India Forest Right Act 1927, forest dwellers have the right to fell the bamboos grown on forest area. As per the Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Dweller Act 2006, bamboo is a minor forest produce. The Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Right Act 2006 allows ownership of minor forest produce to forest dwellers. See, as I discussed earlier, that acts and amendments are very important. So this question was based on few acts, and what UPSC smartly done, it clubbed 2-3 important acts in one question. And how you can solve this question? How the UPSC framed those options. So UPSC framed those options because there was an amendment in Bamboo Act, right, during 2019. So UPSC asked, so you can link it from current affairs, and you can see options. So if you see option this, so 1 is wrong, right? And bamboo is minor forest produce, and as per the project, it was declared earlier bamboo was major forest produce, but after amendment it became minor, right? And this 3rd option was correct, it was there. So 2-3 will be the correct answer. Okay, then consider the following statements. The 44th Amendment to the Constitution of India introduced an article placing the election of the Prime Minister beyond judicial review, right? What this is? 44th Amendment of the Constitution, right? The Supreme Court of India struck down the 99th Amendment of the Constitution of India as being wide of independent. तो ये तो था ही, काफी कंट्रोवर्सी हुई. NJAC जो अपना एक्ट था, NJAC, so Supreme Court struck it down that it is an attack on judicial independence. So this option is correct. The 44th Amendment of the Constitution is introduced an article placing the election of Prime Minister beyond. तो ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, because you cannot put election of this thing again judicial review. So it was wrong because this UPSC framed hypothetical question statement. It has no meaning. So only 2 is correct. Then another question is, the 9th schedule was introduced in the Constitution of India during the prime ministership of whom? So if you remember, the 9th schedule introduced in 1951. So who was prime minister at that time? Jawaharlal Nehru. So simple fact-based question. So answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. So you can see UPSC can check your common sense also, your knowledge also, even though you do not write. But if you remember 9th schedule, so it was because it is one of the famous schedule, and many times it comes. So you should know about it. Which one of the following reflect the nicest appropriate relation between law and liberty? As I said, abstract questions is being asked by UPSC earlier. Political science. So this is an abstract question. Relationship between law and liberty. And during that year, many students were confused that how to attempt this, because if you see these options, If there are more laws, there is less liberty. If there are no laws, there is no liberty. If there is liberty, laws have to be made by the people. So this option you can eliminate. If there is liberty, laws have to be made by the people. Because if people will make law, then it is for whims and fancies. They have their own interpretation and they can design anything. कोई लिख देगा कि कुछ भी करो, कुछ भी, anyone can frame any law. If laws are changed too often, liberty is in danger. Again, if laws change, there is amendment. Our parliament, our legislature do amendments. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि liberty danger में हो. So best answer is option B. If there is no law, there is no liberty. Why? अगर कोई कानून नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? अराजकता फैल जाएगी. That is anarchy. If there is no law, anarchy will be there. So option B is there. So in subjective question, you have to move one step ahead. You have to go 1 mile. I will tell you how we will do these things, right? Then which of the following are regarded as the main feature of rule of law? So limitation of powers, equality before law, people's responsibility to government, civil and liberty and civil rights. So rule of law, certain options are there. So what is the correct answer? So you can see. So 1 minute. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 4. So what was wrong is 3. 3 says people's responsibility to the government. So this is not rule of law. People's responsibility to the government is not rule of law. It should be what? Government's responsibility towards people. Yeah, nobody is above law, right? So it is a different statement. Then if the President of India exercises his power as provided under Article 356 of the Constitution in respect of prejudice, then, so you know Article 356 it is about President rule, right? The Assembly of State is automatically dissolved. No. If you remember example of J&K, so in J&K, what happened? Although Council Minister was dissolved, but under this suspension, Assembly was there under suspension, not dissolved. So there is an option. Even in Delhi also, when Kejriwal government was dissolved by LG, although there was LG, governor is also there, but you, for understanding, I am telling you. So Delhi Assembly was under suspension. So it is not automatically dissolved, right? So this option is not correct. Then the power of the legislature of the state shall be exercised by or under authority of parliament. Yes, this is correct, because what happens? President rule means center now take over. Executive, right? Executive power of state comes under the executive power of union. Then who frame the law? Mainly government comes out with the law. So it is the so best answer is B. Article 19 suspended the state. No, in that, because it happens in what? When national emergency is there. See the concept. Article 19 is suspended when national emergency is there, but under Article 356 it is at local state level emergency, or you can say president rule. And national emergency is under which article? Article 352. Okay, so option C is not correct. The president can make laws relating to a state. No, president cannot make law. It is the parliament who has the power to make law. Parliament, no. President can make ordinance, not law. So again, this statement is wrong. Then let's see 2017 question. So local self-government can be explained as an exercise in federalism, democratic decentralization, administrative delegation, that democracy. So as I told you in starting, in beginning, that local self-government, that is PRIs, Panchayat Raj institution, that's why this question has been asked. It is about grassroots democracy. People can participate, that is democratic decentralization. Okay, simple question, knowledge, basic understanding. The main advantage of the parliamentary form of government is that the executive and legislature work independently. No, this is not the main advantage. It provides continuity of policy and is more efficient. No, if you talk about in terms of efficiency, which is important, it is presidential form of government. In terms of continuity of policy and efficiency, it is presidential form of government. The executive remains responsible to the legislature. Yes, this is the main advantage. The executive comes from legislature. Then again, one question is on the Parliament of India exercise control over the functions of the Council of Ministers through adjournment motion, question hours, supplementary. So all three are correct. You may have heard about this. So all these three are tools into the hands of Parliament or members. They can use it to hold our Council of Ministers accountable, right? so legislature can hold executive accountable in this manner. So now come to our main point, that is what is a strategy for prelims 2021. So far you have get an idea, because at while I was discussing about this year questions, I have given hint how 2021 question can be come. When I discuss few questions, I just gave you an idea how DPSP question can be framed in different, when I talked about welfare state. So in classroom program, we will have focus on conceptual clarity, coverage of important topics based on previous analysis. So I just given you a glimpse of this. When we will discuss in our classroom program, I will tell you more depth and more analysis, because with time shortage, I cannot tell you everything here. And emerging trends from polity perspective, as we have seen some trends, some later we will discuss in classroom, that what are all those trends and how question may come in 2021, right? Then linking current affairs with the static portion to handle unpredictable question. Again, every year 4 to 5 questions come from such area which is unpredictable from student point of view or from aspirant, but we as a faculty are successfully able to crack at least 90% question, because based on our experience, we have that gut feeling and our intuition that this kind of question may come. And so far almost 99% question have come. Wow! Because from current affairs we have linked those portions in such a manner that our student has cracked them in easy manner, in a very easy manner, so without any much issues. Then revision through discussion during class to brush up concept. So this is our strategy at DIADEMY, that when we discuss any topic, we also brush up earlier topics discussed, because sometimes क्या होता है, हम लोग revision नहीं कर पाते हैं. Many time it happens that we make a plan, but we sometimes may not be able to revise our earlier learned concept because some issues, personal or any other, sometimes laziness or lethargy. But this is our strategy to make sure that whatever you have read on time-to-time basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, we keep on revising those topics. And personally, this is my strategy. Whenever I discuss any topic, I touch those topics again and again. I churn out those things. Coverage of important sources for building. Again, you need some sources to build your concept, some books, some material, right? So this is there. So we will see what are those important sources. So these are basically sources. So in books, no doubt, Lakshmikant is our basic book. It covers almost 90% your core aspect, core area, that is from factual point of view, right? Then NCRTs, it is foundational thing, it is basic thing. Many questions may not come directly from NCRT, line to line, but yes, as a concept, they are very important. Some things can we pick up from them. We will see how NCRT will be helpful in cracking prelims question as well mains questions. Then Indian Yearbook, a very important book, because nowadays UPSC is asking for government organization, system of government, like cabinet secretariat, cabinet ministers, and all this related to government organization structure. So from Indian Yearbook, you can have a glimpse of this, because what ministry has added, what various departments under ministry, any changes in that, we will see how to use Indian Yearbook. Then current affairs, obviously some newspaper should be there to update yourself. So The Hindu is one of the good newspaper. You can also refer Indian Express. Any one of them should be your continuously your source of this current affairs, your updation, right? Or if you have time, you can read both of them, because some articles appear good in Indian Express, some are in Hindu. And in my class, I will tell you which are the important topics which have come, so I can save your time also. Then any monthly magazine, because sometimes it happens because you may have missed any article in newspaper, or any day you may not be able to read newspaper. So in monthly magazine, nowadays there are so many magazines in the market, you can pick any one of them, or in later my class I will tell you which one is the best to cover your 90% things, because so that your time can be saved and you can easily revise them and save your time. And then for contemporary news, Yojana magazine. When I say contemporary news, why I kept it separate from current affairs, as I discussed earlier also, current affairs means things which is happening now or which is happened just in immediate past, that is 1 to 1.5 years. Earlier people used to consider it for 6 months, but when UPSC asked question from 80 months back, it considered 1 month. Then nowadays it is a trend, people are considering from 1.5 year for current affairs. But contemporary news can be 2 to 3 year earlier, right? It may be asked, there may be issue of 4 year 5 year back, it can be asked this year. So Yojana magazine have very good articles which have such contemporary items there, or some important acts or some important amendment, because somewhere you have to collect some extra knowledge, and for that extra knowledge Yojana magazine is very helpful. And I will tell you how. I will pick up when I will take my class. In between, I will tell you what monthly article you need to read, how it will help you in cracking your prelims question. And I will also link it to other part of the syllabus also, right? For your holistic learning process. Then additional sources, prsindia.org is there for summary of latest bills and acts, right? It is very good site which gives in concise manner, precise manner, important summary of what are the issues with any act, what are its positive and negative. So again, important for your prelims as well as means, right? Apart from that, if anything miss, you can anytime Google it, right? Wikipedia is there. If anything we miss, right? Then these are just icons of this book, Indian Polity, NCRT, Hindu and Yojana. Then you can join our YouTube channel and Telegram channel. So as I already told you in earlier also, that we have given those links in our chat box, yeah, right? So what is the benefit of joining our YouTube channel? If any new updation comes, if any free video comes, you can make a benefit of out of that. You can enrich your preparation. A lot of good quality material is there, right? And that is also free of cost. And in Telegram channel, a lot of things we have shared. Our faculty members keep on sharing those good quality material sources, which saves your time so that you can focus on crisp areas, right? So please go through those channels and subscribe our channel as well as Telegram channel, right? So we can serve you better, right? So these are our 9 mantras for UPSC success. This is what DIADEMY is all about. So we have online programs, we have integrated program like prelims, mains, interview, right? We have basic concept buildings, right? Then exam oriented lectures, because if this is our main priority, that our lecture should be exam oriented as much as possible, and we are very good in that, okay? And then weekly assessment test, because without assessment you cannot gauge your progress. If suppose I am keep on teaching you and don't ask you a question, how will I come to know that where you are standing right now? So we have weekly assessment tests which are very thorough and in depth, right? Then complete current affairs coverage. Again, it saves you a lot of time, because nowadays current affairs is so vast, many times students get confused. So it will help you in that domain. Then subject wise detailed notes. So again, notes making is a very time taking activity. It will take a lot of efforts. So to save your efforts, to save your time, and to give you crisp notes so that you can write in your mains and you can get good marks. So we have subject detailed notes as well, right? Which is made by very experienced people. Then toppers and subjects expert sessions. So again, as I told in the beginning, what we at DIADEMY are good at, that we have many sessions. You can contact us anytime. You do not to feel, because in big organization, in many institute, it happens that there is a gap between student and institute, student and faculty. They get just limited to delivering lectures only. But here it is not a kind of lecture, it is the kind of bonding. It is like friendship where we can access each other. Then doubt clearing sessions, right? Live sessions are there. We conduct session time to time so that we can see that what issues you are facing, anything you ask. So this is about prelims from mains 2021 program, right? Then again, same features, live interactive classes, doubt clearing session. So basically what idea behind this is, in our prelims from main program, we have make it so vast so that nothing will left out of it. Means if you come to us, this is our priority, that we make sure that you don't need to look after anything else. And we mean it. When we say you don't need to look after anything else, whatever we are teaching you, whatever we are telling you, that is more than sufficient. Just faith, we just have faith on us and just follow our program. So again, live interactive classes, doubt clearing sessions, query notes, as I just discussed, weekly assignment, access anytime, anywhere. You can easily access to us. Feel free to ask any doubt. Toppers and expert session, we will have some session with our previous toppers. You can also learn from their experience, right? Then personal mentorship, because every student has his own caliber, own pace of learning. They have any own strong and weak areas, so we give personal mentorship, right? If suppose somebody student is good at basics but he's not good at answer writing, so we can tell him that you have to improve these areas. Suppose one person is very good at answer writing, he has very good ability to write, because answer writing is an art, so he has very good art on that, but he lacks concept. So we will ask him that you should learn this concept, and how we will tell him. Then best pool of faculty, because we are very experienced faculty from the same civil service background. Then extra advantage. So these are, although whatever discussed, there are also advantages, but other than that also extra, because these days we are living in era of extra. Weekend focused. This is something which may not be available in any other place. So weekend focused. I just told weekend test is there, so weekend update is also there. We review how students are performing on week-to-week basis. Then doubt clearing sessions, personal tracking. This is very important. Personal tracking, right? We keep a point on each student that where he is going, because joining us is not a motto, but to ensure that you become IAS. This is what our motto. Then only it gives us satisfaction. And then exam oriented, whatever we will teach you, whatever we will discuss, it is purely and purely based for exam oriented, because your time is precious and UPSC demands quality. So we ultimately are here for quality. Then last year current affair. So we are going more than ahead others, because others are providing only 1 and 1.5 year program current affairs, but we are providing last 2 year current affairs, right? So we are going one more extra mile. So these are the tests that DIADEMY will focus on. So if you look at weekly assessment test, so we have subject-wide test. So you look at how comprehensive this is. If you see, there is subject-wide test, current affair test, CSET test, comprehensive mock test, previous year question based test, NCERT based test. So if you see, there it is highly comprehensive. There's hardly there will be anything which is left out. It will be covering basic, core, NCERT, previous year UPSC papers, comprehensive mock test. So we will equip you in such a manner that you will be the person who is so confident and so powerful when you will appear in exam hall. No, we can have this faith and nobody will be at same level as you will be. So this is revision tools in our prelims mains program. So exam time synopsis, 100 topics, because what happens during exam time, you have very less time to revise. So we will give you synopsis, 100 topics. So these are well researched topics, and after thorough analysis, our team members comes out these topics, and the probability of uh, finding questions from them are very high, and you will find it very helpful, because earlier also our toppers appreciated this. We have done it, so based on their recommendation and feedback, we have upgraded it. So in coming exam, it will be much more beneficial to you. Then we have revision clips, 5 minutes each. So why 5 minutes? Because in 5 minutes you will crisp revision, quick revision, so that you can have a glimpse of important topics, so that you can revise things in precise manner. Unlimited number of views, you can see any number of times. There is no time limit or no number of visits you can have. When in our online classes, you can go anytime. Okay. Then value addition through innovative tools. These are our innovative tools, right? Exam time sources, again, these things. So, right. So keywords are important, because in answer writing, keywords are very much important. So this is our emphasis, that we make sure that you are very handy and comfortable with keywords and key facts. Then mind maps, again, mind maps give you a clarity, a picture in your mind, that what are all dimensions which you are going to have regarding a topic, so that whenever a question comes from any dimension, you will feel comfortable to answering it. So mind maps are our mind maps are very crisp and very good. Then previous question analysis, infographics. Again, infographics are very handy to remember anything. It gives you a picture, an image will frame in your mind, so that you can use in your answer time, exam time. Then revision sessions, again before the exams. So even if you're going to an exam, you can access our revision sessions, and we make sure that you will be very confident and comfortable. Okay. So this is our weekly planner. Just have a glimpse how we plan our weekly classes. So you can see there are very important things. Weekly assessment test, really important news is there, right? We schedule our class in such a manner so that we keep engage you, right? Then we have motivational another session also, because UPSC demands motivation, so you can have time to time motivational aspect as well. Answer writing practice is there. Daily class test is also there. This is additional feature, right? So this is weekly structure. And we have this, you can see on Saturday, doubt clearing session with faculty live. This is another important feature. So this is monthly structure, how we are going to proceed in our prelims cum mains batch. You can have a glimpse, right? So how various topics and important subjects we will deal in coming months, right? So this is our monthly structure. So now comes to fees part. Okay. So actually, just a minute. So actual price is there already. This is 1 lakh limited price. Offer price is 36,000. But as our manager decided that we are going to revise this is all this structure as well, because there are our students who have some queries also. So if this fee structure is also going under consideration, so for more details you can just go to our email ID, contact@diademy.com, right? So view for better fee structure, and we have also option of subscription, right? So you can avail this, and we are also undergoing some revision process also. So maybe this actual price and limited offer price may come down, because these are not final prices, because for meritorious and serious student, our Diademy management has a policy that money should not be a bar for a student to join and to learn. So these are not final prices, right? So you can contact our team, that is at this email ID, contact@diademy.com, for getting call back, right? And you will get other detail also, right? Then UPSC IAS 2021-22, this is our prelims booster program, right? Live interactive online classes for free. These are already things which are going on. So for demo, you can move on to our website diademy.com, right? Live interactive online classes from NCERT till exam level, 100% coverage of GS and CSET, current affairs, doubt clearing plus personal attention, 8,000 plus MCQ practice. Okay. So whatever queries and issues you have, even with respect to your fees and anything, because as I told you that fees is under revision also. So for meritorious and for serious candidate, we have this policy so that we can keep our fees at such a level so that you can afford. So don't be take fees as a barrier, right? You can contact us so that we can assess your condition, and based on that we can give some discount offer to you as well, because our management is very open for that, right? So you can just contact us. And for this prelims foundation, right? So earlier I discussed your fee structure is prelims cum mains program, which you have just seen, right? This thing. So till 25th December. This is a discount offer. As I told you that our management has decided that those who are serious and those who are joined as early bird, they can avail this discount. And please be sure that these are for limited seats. So avail these as early as possible, because here we also make sure that we focus on quality, right? So we try to keep as our quality good as possible. So till 25th September is 26,000. So you can see huge discount we are already providing, right? Then this is prelims foundation booster program. So actual price is 60,000. This is our prelims booster program. But if you avail it till 25th of December, then you can avail it for 9999. That is just even less than 10,001 rupees. So it is up to 25th September. So again, few days are left for 25th December. So decide early so that you can encash heavy discount, because such a high discount is very rare, right? And this again for those serious candidates who just want to begin their preparation as early as possible. Please don't waste your time in deciding, and this fees is not too much also if you consider other thing. So make benefit as much as possible. And again, there is also facility of installment, right? For first month subscription at just rupees 999. That is almost 1,000. So we have kept this fees so low so that it our program or our reach can reach even to a basic person. Even he can afford it. Not we are not catering just rich or just middle class. Our aim is to make knowledge accessible to everyone, because at the same time we are our focus is that maximum student can make benefit of this. Because what other people are charging, they are doing business, but here we are not for this purpose. Our aim is to make sure that you learn here. This platform is for learning. So first month subscription is just rupees 999. So we have this again, even in 10,000 also we have this facility for you, that if you can have some time, so you can take your time, you can just subscribe it for initial this rate, right? So to reduce your economic burden. So pay balance in monthly installment. So we are very flexible for that, right? Then again, contact at diademy.com for getting callback. So whatever you want to discuss, whatever query you have, you just drop a mail to us, right? So that we can address your query. That gives a chance to make clear your doubts, right? And let's make a bond. So for any question regarding this course, you can call and WhatsApp at this number 9811599537. And again, same email ID, you can drop your query, right? For any counseling, for any student, and whatever doubt you have regarding UPSC or regarding this course, so you can just access us from this call and through this our email ID, right? So this is our upcoming, as I discussed earlier also. Then again, this is our Margdarshan for UPSC IAS 2021-22, right? Presented by Diademy. So again, there are series of free webinars. Please make sure that you join these free webinars. Definitely, this will help you, right? And it is prepared by experts. So on 22nd December, 7 p.m., there is a webinar on GS Mains 2021-22 strategy, right? How to prepare for GS Mains and all the aspect related to GS Mains. And then on 27 December, 2 p.m., mastering modern history, right? Then how to solve prelims MCQs, last 5 years prelims question analysis, how to prepare mains current affairs, mains student detailed paper analysis. So very good sessions are coming up. So you can see 2 dates have been finalized. One is day after tomorrow, that is 22 December, 7 p.m. Then next is coming Sunday, 27 December. Then number 3, 4, 5, 6 soon schedule will be decided. So to get an update about these, please subscribe our YouTube channel, because webinars are there for free. You can see our past videos also. You can go through our website. Already link has been shared with you people in our chat box, in our comment section, right? So please go through them, and please register with us so that we can inform you time to time about any updates, any new material we are coming up, any new videos we are coming up, so that you can access them. So please subscribe as well as fill the form, because filling form is very important, because it gives us a feedback, it gives an idea that from where you are preparing, it gives us an idea about you, so that we can better equip you, we can help you, right, so that we can reach out to you. So if there is any question, so you can ask me, you can just put any question on the chat box, right, or in our comment section. So I will revert back to you, or you can mail us, or you can call us on our previous number, as I just shared previously. You can just go there, you can share this there as well. So again, here I am just want to share this number again, regarding anything, whether it's fees, whether it's any course structure, any query, how this course will help you regarding course or regarding anything, right? So you can ask at this number, just note it down, 9811599537. You can WhatsApp it, you can call it, right? And you can drop your query at contact@diademy.com, right? So this is our concluding point. If anything you want to know, you just drop your mail, you can have a call on given number, or you can just put your comments in comment section, right? So you can put those comments. Anything you people want to ask, feel free to ask. Okay, so how many of you are going to appear in 2021 for first time? How many of you will be appear for the first time in 2021? Okay, good, best of luck. So please fill our form and gives us feedback at our website and at our WhatsApp number. Okay, nothing Celian. You can also contact us. It is our pleasure to help you in your journey, right? Okay. And those who have appeared earlier but couldn't clear prelims this year, so don't worry. In my lecture, I will make sure that you will clear prelim this year. This is my confidence and my promise to you, because earlier also my student cleared prelims very easily. So this is my promise to you that you will clear. So those who couldn't clear this year, so don't be disheartened. You will clear this time prelims as well as mains, and will crack interview also. And those who are appearing for first time, they will crack in first attempt itself. So Diademy will make sure that you people clear exam in your this attempt 2021. And even those who will give attempt in next or earlier, they will also get benefit. It is not just for these people. Those who are learning, it will help them. So any doubt, any query you can ask. Yes, Revant, sure. Okay, Revant, no issue. You can just mail us. We will address your query there. You just whatever query you have, no issue. You can mail us contact@diademy.com. Yeah, so we can address there you personally. Anyone who feel uh, uncomfortable here to ask or any issue, so you can just call us at our given number or you can drop a mail. So we will be there for
Good
you.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Revan Trivedi. Sir, my question is in polity, there are certain books available in the market and in the libraries, and
Yes, yes.
the all books have something very special topics or something very special concept regarding to the polity. But from each book or the many of these books, how can I concentrate on the particular topic that will help me in the prelims? How can I find that this topic is important and this is not important as such?
Yeah, Revant is a very good and apt question. And it is a question of many aspirants as well. That it is very difficult to quote any single book or two book because nowadays questions are very tricky and dynamic. So what our approach is here that first of all you have to cover basic books which I have told you and maybe you have covered also. So whether question come from them or not, that is we have to cover as a holy ritual, right, Revant? So
Okay, sir.
but yeah. So based on our experience and looking after current events which are happening since 6 months or 1 year, and those which are controversial, and based on our experience, because since we have a long journey of 6 to 7 years with UPSC, so we have seen and we get an idea that probability of this question is very high, and it is very likely that question will come. For example, if I give you an idea regarding this RPA Act and all this, even though it seems that they are not given in books, but in one day or the other day they comes in news whenever there is some issue. Suppose today there is an issue in agriculture, so you can see protest is there. So if
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
if you are reading any newspaper and if you come across any act or something which is coming in news for 4 to 5 days continuously, suppose, so probability of asking that act is very high. And books, you know that book publish once in a year, so it is not easy for a publisher to republish book, and it is not easy for him to incorporate everything in that book, right? So for those things we should get a clue that okay, this question may be asked, okay, this thing is was not there in Lakshmikant.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So and
And
we have one thing.
for
Yes.
and just a second, sir. If for as you give me the example, if there is a now current topic is the protester of agriculture farmers against the government of India according to the Krushi bill. So this current affair give me the hint at which polity topic I have to concentrate, and from which the question there is a chance of question to come in the prelim.
Yeah, now see, in agriculture, there are three things. First of all, agriculture is a state subject, you know. So UPSC
Okay,
can
sir.
ask it is as a seven schedule question that agriculture is under which schedule it may ask, right? So in seven
Yes, sir.
schedule under which list? So it can ask you in concurrent list, union list, in state list, right? So one thing is this. So this is very basic question. Next thing is, it can ask you 2 3 sentence regarding provision of the controversial bill. It can give you 3 provisions, like one is like about APMC, and there is issue of MSP. It can ask you about MSP also. Earlier there was a question on MSP, that who decides MSP, right? So
Yes,
based on this, you have to go through different dimensions. But as a aspirant, you do not have so much time to go through in detail, right? Because you have
yes,
to
sir.
cover so many subjects. So
Yes,
there the role of faculty comes. Here I can help you, because I am focusing on one aspect, and but since you have to appear in exam, so you cannot go through in every detail. So this is our work to filter out things, so that you can have only crisp things which has maximum probability. So this is what our lecture focus all about, because already everyone have Lakshmikant, everyone have this polity books, NCRTs. So everyone can learn and everyone can attempt question. But where the problem comes interlinkages, understanding, and how to apply limited knowledge, even though something may you may not read, but still with your limited knowledge you can crack it. So very few people have this insight and very this thing that they focus on those things. So this is our main objective, and you have raised very good point. So many of our viewers may have also benefited out of it, right?
thank you, sir. Sir, I have an another general question. Sir,
Yes.
as I am a Gujarati medium student and I want to give my UPSC exam in Gujarati language, but
Okay.
apart from there, all the webinar and all the books and all the reading material, I also read Gujarati material first, but I also cover the English books and English topic material. So, should I go in this way or I should change my system right now?
So you are going to write in Gujarati medium, right? So Gujarati as a language you will
Yes, sir.
use. So even for your answer writing also, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's okay. Your approach is good, because as a IES, you should know English also, so that you can communicate with other people also. So you should have a balance with Gujarati as well as English. So it's good, because there is a compulsory paper in means for English also. So
Yes, sir.
you have to pass it. So yes, it's good.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay, okay. Welcome. Anyone else? Any doubt? Please, you can ask. Okay, tell me how you find polity, how it looks to you. Scary, good, fun? What is your feeling about polity? Hinal, Chandana, what about the other participant? I can see Hinal, Chandan. So any doubt you can please ask. Feel free to ask it.